What's going on, guys? This is another episode of the MMA Complex. My name is Josh.
And I'm James.
And it is, what's today's date? January? No, February?
Yeah, we're February
7th.
7th.
February 7th. It is a Thursday night.
Valentine's next week.
It is. Shit, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't even thought about it.
Well, it's kind of different when you have a kid.
I'm back to work, too.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
It sucks.
Wait, you go back to work next week?
Yeah, I go back to work
On the
next
11th, right?
Yep.
Not
Looking forward to it. But yeah, no, I got a pretty decent, paycheck to like hold me over for this whole, parental leave off. It's been pretty decent. It's not kind of nice to to stay home and
get paid for it.
Get paid for it shit, I wish I could do that all the time. But yeah, no, it's been a good week. It's been super freaking cold here in LA. It's been super raining. Not as cold as Chicago and the
East Coast.
polar vortex that they're calling it. But yeah, no, it's super cold here. I felt like shit all day. I don't know if I'm coming down with something, but it's not good. I was like struggling all day today, but it's been bad. And then the raining stopped though, which is good. What'd you do over the weekend? Anniversary,
Yeah, we went to the Museum of Tolerance. We kind of spoke what we wanted to do, and that's what we wanted to do. So
that's an odd choice for your anniversary, no? It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah, like we're both, which is, I'm fortunate to have this, but we're both not big on like anniversaries. Like the first one was a big deal, but we both decided let's not make a big deal out of it. Let's just do something fun. We've always wanted to go to the Museum of Tolerance, so we did the whole like Holocaust thing.
Yeah,
and then we heard a Holocaust survivor speak, that was pretty powerful stuff.
Don't they give you a card, like a card, and you find out if you're?
Yeah, they did that. Yeah, that's one of the ones that we did. Yeah, they did that, and then we went upstairs, and there was a speaker. I think he was his mom was a prisoner, but she had her son, him, the guy that spoke.
Yeah,
she had to give him up because she didn't want the soldiers to get him, and he was moved around to different places. But each time he moved around, they changed his name.
Oh shit!
To fit they gave him like
the people. Around, the community he's in.
Yeah, and there's actually a book, a famous book that was written on there's a bunch of kids that were placed inside a castle. And he was one of the kids, and so they wrote a book about that. But it was crazy hearing his story and how he.
Was it a long story?
It was like 45 minutes, but it was really interesting. It was. I was like glued.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
And how often does he have to do that a day?
I'm not sure. I think they have different speakers.
Oh, okay.
You can choose. They can choose like one that actually went through the camps and survived. We decided to do this guy.
Yeah. Someone
that was a kid and lived through it. But eventually he reunited with his mom, and they survived. And his mom, well, he was saying there was two different kinds of survivors. There's one that likes to tell their stories, and there's one that doesn't like to tell their stories. And she was one of them. She didn't want to talk about it. She said that when she dies, she can go in her room and look in this box and find all the information you need to know.
Okay.
So we did that, but it was powerful stuff.
Damn. Crazy way to spend your anniversary, dude.
Well, it was raining that day too.
Yeah. So it was.
And then we went to the Grove.
Super Bowl was that day too.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
It was nice because it was like ghost town.
Yeah.
And we went to the Grove because the Grove was like right near the Museum of Tolerance. We did some shopping. You bought the Diaries of Anne Frank, the book. We bought that.
We went all Jewish heritage.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one like I don't care about that stuff, but I was like really intrigued. Like I learned a lot. I guess because in school I didn't really pay attention.
I don't think I know the story, but I never read the book though. I never read her book.
Yeah, because like even the pyramid exhibits were free, and I think the Anne Franklin thing alone was $15. But since that day was free, we took advantage of it.
Damn.
Then we went to the Grove, ate there, did some shopping, then we went to have ramen at night. I sent a text you.
Nice. You like it? You've been there before.
Yeah, I've been with you guys. We did this. So no, it was good. It was a cool day. I mean, I don't really like paying attention to school, so I learned a lot that day. It's
good.
It was fun.
It's good. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was at home and then spent a lot of times at a Pizza Hut waiting in line.
Yeah, my sister told me that.
Yeah, and it was like people getting crazy. I want to feed my kids. Where's my pizza at?
Oh my god.
I've been here for 45 minutes. She told me 45 minutes. It's like,
Jeez.
it's fucking pizza. Kids shouldn't be eating that shit
I
anyway.
know.
But it was kind of cool because they had the on one TV they had the game, and then but everybody was watching the game, and then they had UFC Unleashed on the other TV.
Oh, nice.
So I was just watching UFC Unleashed. Fucking Rich Franklin and Evan Tanner.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I spent that was majority of my Sunday and set up the new TV and yeah, and then just researching for TVs and all that's a pain in the ass. Like because every different models, even if you go to Samsung and you go for like $1,000, doesn't mean that $1,000 TV is going to be
Good.
what you're looking for or good. It's going to have something wrong with it, and it's just so. I found the best one for the best price. You were there when we went to pick it up, but I'm I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm trying to hold her off, but she's thinking maybe to push for like a more expensive one, but probably go 1,000. I could.
These showers that more expensive but necessary doesn't mean it's gonna be better.
Yeah, but I'm doing the research. I found one that's like $1,000 open box that I think it'll be pretty good. They'll have fix the issues that she doesn't like. But we'll see how that goes. But it doesn't matter. It's I mean whether pay a little bit more, it's fine. It's you know I'm the one that uses the TV mostly anyway.
Mm.
Um, did you watch the fights? You watched the fights. You watched them afterwards, huh? Did you watch them?
Yeah,
Like
I
Tuesday?
watched them on a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I don't know how you waited that long. That's crazy.
I
Great,
didn't have time to do it. I said,
great card. I know. You're busy.
I was dreading watching it to be honest, and it's because on paper, but then I was really entertained by it.
It was an entertaining card. It was.
It flew by so fast.
It did. Undercard is pretty good. Main card is kick out. Let's go with the main card real quick.
Yeah, because I didn't watch the prelim. I just watched the main card.
Yeah, this was UFC ESPN 2, Ascensel versus Moraes 2. Livia Souza and Sarah Frota kicked off the main card, and Livia Souza is from Invicta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw her competing.
Former champion. I was not totally impressed by her performance. I don't know if there was an issue with her left hand, but she was primarily just throwing single shot overhand rights the whole fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of grappling,
and she was going for takedowns. So yeah. I'm like, that made me wonder if she did something to her hand, but I didn't.
She looked like she was tired in that fight.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was. She's lucky she got that decision. I mean, it wasn't for her grappling. I think she would have.
Yeah, it was close. It was a close fight. I could see her losing the fight.
And then her opponent missing weight by 7 pounds.
That's crazy.
I mean, she looked like a straight up like favela convict right there, and she was like, she looked like she would cut the ref if he held up her
with the mohawk and tattoo.
Yeah, like she was yeah. But she picked up a win, her UFC debut. Good for her. We've seen her compete in Invicta. She looks great, but this time around, I don't know. Maybe it was a larger opponent. Maybe it was octagon jitters. Maybe she had something wrong with her, but
she won the fight.
She won the fight. Johnny Walker defeating Justin Ledet. This Johnny Walker is an interesting character. I don't know. He's a big guy. He's athletic. He's agile. He's quick. He's calculated. He's wild. I don't know necessarily what to make of his future. Like unlike maybe Israel, where he comes in, and you know where his background comes from, and you've seen him before. We've actually been to his fights before, but in kickboxing, and then you see him in MMA, and you're like seeing he's closing all those holes, the takedown defense, the wrestling. Johnny Walker, I'm not 100% on him yet, but I think he's definitely somebody that's gonna make some waves.
Yeah, I mean, he's a prospect for sure. I think his silliness and his antics are gonna get him pushed. I think. And what's interesting about about Johnny Walker is that he kind of like turned his back on his own country. I think he trains somewhere in Europe, I believe.
Yeah.
But I mean, his style is exciting. I don't know if that style is going to translate well when it comes to the top 10 guys, but I think right now he's doing everything right. I think he can also speak English. He was on Ariel's show.
Yeah. And then a name like Johnny Walker.
Johnny Walker, yeah.
Being Brazilian. I don't know if he's biracial. I don't know if he. I mean,
no, he's Brazilian. I think he changed his name. and he
Okay.
chose that name. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's entertaining. Like his walkout, and then
It
his
is.
the worm at the end, and I mean,
Very entertaining.
I think
Very entertaining.
all his finishes are by via knockout in the first
Yeah.
round.
Yeah. That's why I'm like,
So I think he's for the guys he's fighting now. It's gonna work. Is that gonna translate when he fights
top
top ten
tens. Right.
or
We'll see.
top competition? We don't know, but I think right now he's doing other things right, and I think he's right now someone to watch out for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And even his post fight celebration, I was like, oh,
Yeah, the worm.
I always get no, but
Oh no,
like
the flip.
his flips, and
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I always get nervous for them because you can easily just twist your ankle,
yeah, because like you would.
blow out your knee.
Yeah, no shoes or socks.
No, blow out your knee, just wild and doing backflips. It's
And he
like,
fell. I think he fell. Like he didn't land on his feet.
yeah,
He fell.
yeah, and I'm like, you could easily ruin your career right
Yeah,
there, bam, just from celebrating.
yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's
I get nervous.
entertaining.
But yeah, no, he's definitely somebody to look out for. I was very impressed with his performance. I mean, I didn't know too much of the other guy, but um, I mean, he came out and put on a show again. Charles Oliveira defeating David Timur.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, I had a little bit more. Um,
He really invested in Barbosa in that fight.
yeah, yeah, he looked really good. I mean,
Charles Oliveira, that is.
yeah, and he's one of those guys that he'll go down, lose a couple, and then just come back and put on a really good run, and that's what he's doing right now.
He's a submission king.
Yeah, David Timur is a really good stand-up fighter, but he was not able to show it, and I'm wondering if it's maybe because he was hesitant about Charles Oliveira's ground game on top of his aggressive striking, so he just couldn't get anything off.
That inside elbow that he threw
Yeah,
was freaking crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, I was impressed with Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, very very impressed with him. Damian Maya defeating Lyman Good. That was super quick, super.
It was Damian Maia what he does.
What he does, man.
You can't stop it. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it when he gets to the ground. It's like a snake going around you.
Yep,
Yeah, he's a python, man.
he definitely. But make quick work of Lyman Good, and Lyman looks like a freaking. I mean, he looks like a quote unquote stereotypical MMA fighter.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, and I know he's former Bellator champ and all that, but he was not able to show anything, and it sucks for him. I always feel bad for guys like that, that they fly 17 hours, 12 hours, whatever it may be,
To get finished,
get finished in like a minute or like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it sucks. Jose Aldo versus defeating Renato Moicano. Great win by Jose Aldo. I mean, he, classic Jose Aldo looked, was throwing a lot of feints. Had Renato Marciano kind of like a little tentative to throw, and to commit to anything. And then ended up catching him and just was relentless. Smelled blood and just went after it.
He did get hit a lot in the
he did
in the beginning, but I mean, once he hurt him, Jose Aldo kind of went for it.
Yeah,
and he didn't stop. And it's nice. It's nice seeing this is. I mean, this is true. This is his last year. He's won 2 in a row now. We're kind of erasing the Conor knockout because the last thing I wanted was for him to be remembered.
Yeah,
for that knockout of 13 seconds. I think now having 2 fights in a row and looking pretty damn good in those last 2 fights, I think he's slowly moving away from that knockout loss from Conor McGregor
and the 2 losses to Max.
Yeah,
which people are writing him off, but that's nothing to have.
Yeah, I mean, top 2 guys in their respectable weight classes isn't nothing to be ashamed about. But he looked great.
He looked great.
I'm happy he won.
I like when he fights in Brazil. He does all the post-fight celebration out in the crowd. I love it. Marlon Moraes picking up a quick win over Rafael Sanzal, looking great. Another finish for Marlon Moraes, but does he get a title shot? I don't think so. That division's kind of clogged right now, especially with the Cejudo fight.
It sucks, man, because I think his first fight against Rafael, he lost his debut, but I think a lot of it was maybe because that was his debut fight in the UFC. Yeah. Since then, he's been a killer, and you can't deny the kid a title shot. He's one of the best at 135. And I agree. I mean, I think the UFC are slowly fading away the 125 pounder. And I think if you're 125 and you lose a fight, I think you're going to be cut.
Yeah.
I think the guys that are winning are going to get moved to 135. Now, I think Marlon should fight TJ.
Yeah.
And I think Cejudo should fight Benavidez. I think pushing that TJ versus Cejudo rematch too soon is a bad thing. I think those two guys should defend their titles because you have footage of Henry versus TJ from part one, so you could always use that as promotional
Yep,
tool, like use to promote the second fight. You can go a whole year and come back to that fight and use all the promotional video
you
from
can.
the first fight to make a second fight. I think that rivalry is good enough to put on the shelf and let these guys defend their titles.
Yeah,
But I don't think the UFC is going to do that. I think the UFC is going to slowly take away the 125 pounds.
I think so too. We'll see what happens with that. This weekend, UFC 234, Whitaker Gaslam. I want to go through some fight picks.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So I'm talking for too much. Okay, we got like 4 minutes. 5 minutes.
All right, let's go.
Ready and go.
All right, 234 is this weekend. This is going to be a quick episode for you guys. We'll be back with another regular episode next week. We have Salma Alvi versus Jim Crute. I mean, the card overall is like
It's
whatever.
paper thin. It's a 2-fight card.
It's a 2-fight card. Rick Simon, Haniaya, Montana De La Rosa, hottie right there against Nadia Kasim, another hottie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good fight. I know they got some Twitter beef going on.
It's pretty much a local fight.
It
like
is.
locals fighting each other.
It is. Israel Adesanya, Anderson Silva, legend killing the newcomer. What do you think?
I'm gonna go against the trend, and I'm gonna go down to Silva.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. I don't know, man. Let's go. I'll go with Anderson. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Because if he loses, it's probably his last go.
Yeah.
I think he has a chance. I really do. I think Israel's going to be the favorite for sure. Whitaker, Gaslam, middleweight title on the line.
I love Calvin. I love Whitaker. I'm gonna go Whitaker.
I
think Whitaker's too good right now.
Yeah, I think I love both of these guys. I love their styles. I think their personalities are a little bland. Really nice guys though, but Whitaker's probably one of my favorites to watch. So I'm gonna go with Whitaker in this one.
Yeah.
And then that Israel fight, maybe Anderson fight. We'll see what happens.
He is the modern GSP, I think.
Yep. So that's this Saturday. You also have Combate this Friday, and that's our show. So we will be back next week with a longer show. Go to MMAComplex.com for all things MMA Complex.
You can go on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, MMA Complex James, MMA Complex Josh, and the show under MMA Complex, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And you can go to our store and buy one of these shirts. So check out the fights, enjoy the fights, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Peace.